There is one kind of friend we all need, and the kind we all hope to be, the dependable friend, that girlfriend who always shows up. So how do we become her? Well, my next guests believe that dependability is forged in the simple and consistent actions. And we are adding to the Studio 5 Habits of series, honing in on the small and powerful habits that make up a dependable friend. We're calling on two good girlfriends of our own. I love them in just the few seconds I've talked to them. Motivational speakers and hosts of the online community Let's Talk Sis, Alexis and Chanté, are joining me in studio. Thanks for being here, you guys.
We're excited to be here.
Okay, let's start, because let's talk about dependability. Why is that so important in a friend?
Just someone you can count on. I feel like sometimes we don't know what to do, we don't know how to show up, but those people that just do it, it makes such a difference any time or period in our life.
Yeah, Alexis, I am with you. I've felt it. I try it, but you're going to help us because you guys have put your minds together, come up with 4 habits of a highly dependable friend. So Chanté, let's start with the first point. You believe a dependable friend just shows up.
Yes, I think you have to be connected enough in a friendship to just know, hey, I'm just gonna make that phone call. I'm just gonna drop by. And it really does make a difference. Sometimes it's, sending a silly text or something, but helping that person know that you're there, and you're there through anything, through the happy times, through the difficult times, you are there.
The word is reliable.
Yes.
We just know that we can rely on them, whatever's happening.
Exactly. And I think sometimes we really have to be trustworthy in that, hey, if we say, oh, if I'm here for you, if you need dinner, we have to follow through with those things,
Or how about just show up with dinner?
Right.
Yes.
Exactly.
Okay. Alexis, let's talk about staying connected. I think that can be hard in today's world where we're so busy, but also it can be really easy.
It can. And I think sometimes our social groups are dependent on what our kids are involved in, our work, all kinds of different things. And just finding ways to check in. It can be as simple as a text. We love Marco Polo. We send Marco Polos a lot to friends. And sometimes they can't always listen right at that time, but they can go listen later. Even those voice text messages where you're like, hey, I was thinking about you, just wanted to check in. And then, like you said, showing up, just being present, showing up with food, with something, it makes such a difference.
Chanté, let's talk about some of those other just simple ways. We mentioned it in the tease, like a funny reel, and like you mentioned, a Marco Polo to listen to later. At least you get a little laugh later or a cry.
Don't you feel so seen when someone thinks of you to send a reel that they feel like you'll relate on? You just feel like, oh yeah, they know me. And I think that's a really important part, is that involvement enough that we know each other so we can authentically show up. It doesn't feel forced or difficult.
Yeah, I like when it's easy. And I like receiving those too. It makes you be like, oh, they were thinking of me.
Yeah.
And we all need a good laugh. I really feel like we do.
Yes. Okay, Alexis, so connection, it naturally leads to getting involved. So how does that work in being a friend?
I think just knowing someone's life well enough to know how to get involved. And I think we can still second guess ourselves. I've had people, I remember one time I was going to get surgery and I was so stressed. I had little babies and a friend showed up and cleaned my bathrooms. And I was so almost horrified, you're gonna clean my bathrooms? But I remember after surgery, going into a clean bathroom and just feeling so emotional and thankful that someone just thought of that tiny little detail that made such a difference. And it's things like that.
Okay, we're talking about going the extra mile. That's what you were just talking about. Going the extra mile through thoughtful gestures, that is very thoughtful, because that is the one thing I hate, to clean a bathroom. So if someone did that for me, I would be crying too.
Yes.
How about you? Can you think of a time where someone just did a very thoughtful gesture?
Big or small. I had a friend call me the other day, and my son was sick. He had pneumonia, and it was the day before Valentine's Day. And so we're talking, and she's like, the boxes. Every kid has to have a box in Valentine's Day. Do your other kids have boxes? I'm on it. And it was just one of those, she was so intentional, so thoughtful, and went and made those, we all know, those Valentine's boxes for elementary school. But it's just knowing people's life enough. It could be small things, it could be big things, but you just want them to feel seen.
You do. And you guys are sisters, you're friends, you're both.
Yes.
But how do you two stay connected? You're already so close, but what are the ways that you've found to stay most connected?
Oh, We talk multiple
I know.
times a
I was
day.
gonna say we're each other's like emotional support friends.
Yes.
You know, that person that you know you can call no matter what. They're gonna be there for you, and they are going to no judgment. They're just going to support you through anything.
And we are good at, like, she's really good at cleaning. I like to cook, and we trade off.
Thanksgiving's
a lot.
great. I clean. She
She'll
cooks.
come to my house and clean, and I'll do the cooking. And so it's really been a beautiful friendship and sister relationship, and we still have such a good time together. So
It may be a little easier when you're sisters and friends like
Yes.
you guys are, but can you talk about maybe those people who are just maybe more acquaintances?
Yeah.
And what are ways that, do you stay connected? Do you have a boundary there? Let's start with you.
So I feel like, to me, I don't know if I have a lot of acquaintances, honestly, because I love friendship and getting to know people. And so I feel like I try to connect with people in a way, like my mom said one time a long time ago, like, show up for people the way you want people to show up for you, even in your darkest time. And I know often we don't know what's going on truly in people's lives. So just treating people like a friend that you value and you care about, just in your interactions daily, is something that I really try to do.
Yeah, Chanté.
I'm the opposite. I have so many acquaintances because I'm an introvert. So it's hard for me to really step out of like my comfort zone, but I have to do that. I have to think, what would I need in this situation? And I'm gonna choose to give that. And for me, it's so intentional because it's scary for me. It's hard.
Oh, I love that you both have these so different
Yes.
personalities, and that's why you merge so well.
It is.
Okay, and people, if they want to be part of this conversation, which I can't imagine you wouldn't, how are we finding you?
So we're on Instagram at Let's Talk _Sis, and then we also have a podcast. It's called the Let's Talk Sis podcast.
And we have episodes every week, and our next coming up episode is about friendship. So you can come and join us there.
Friendship, that's what it's all about.
It is.
God and my girlfriends. I love that song from
Yes.
Reba McEntire,
Yes.
right? We're about it. Okay, Alexis and Chanté, thank you so much.